Hey folks, welcome to Friendly Orbit, the podcast that draws us together no matter how far we fly. I'm editing Ceres and have been abandoned by my Theia this week, which means you and I together are at absolute freedom to talk shit about Theia all episode. Such as, what's up with that deep voice? Could that possibly be real? Or why is he just three frogs in a trench coat pretending to be human? Anyways, before we get too distracted, this is part 2 of our Draw Steel playtest. Last week, our two characters, Nephilim and Silverjack, were guarding a ship and protecting its denizens from various mishaps, such as one who jumped over the edge to collect a wedding band and was saved from drowning, and another person whose pet private Stoneheart, a bird, was saved. In the meanwhile, the characters found out that not is all as it seems aboard the Revelation, as the hold seems to be unusually strictly guarded, and there might be something illicit or even dangerous within it. They didn't get a full chance to investigate, though, because they got attacked by a bunch of pirates. So you know what's going to happen this episode. We're going to have a lot of fun trying out combat. So without further ado, let's get to the wheelin' and dealin' and drawin' and stealin'.
Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Do you see the yellow box on the map?
Absolutely, I can.
So to the listeners, we have a battle map in front of us. It's a boat. There's two masts on the boat, a big mast towards the front, and a little smaller mast towards the back. There's two different layers of elevation on this deck. The lowest elevation of the deck, which is where these characters are appearing, with a stairwell that goes below decks. Then there's one higher level of elevation to the back and to the front of the boat. And then one even further higher level of elevation all the way at the back of the boat with a captain's steering wheel. Spread out across the deck are civilians that have 10 stamina each. They're all on the left-hand side of the boat because on the right-hand side of the boat, two gangplanks have been tossed to bridge the gap between this ship and another. A small, swift, privateering, enterprising, piratical vessel has pulled up beside the Revelation and has laid two gangplanks over as a captain and some freebooters have made their way onto the deck of the ship. Are you placed where you want to be, Theia?
Sorry, the guys with the health bars that I'm looking, those are allies, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Those
okay.
are civilians, non-combatants.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I am here to protect them. Yeah, okay.
Okay, as you burst out of the hold, then, let me start to make visible for you the baddies on the ship.
Uh-huh. So we start, combat starts.
Yes,
So,
combat. Oh, sorry, wait, I forgot something. In the course of the two prequel scenes that you did, normally that would not be enough to give somebody a victory, but I thought it'd be fun. So you each have one victory for saving Private Stoneheart and Lorelei on the deck of the ship.
Yay!
So that means you start with more of your heroic resource at the start of your turn. Now, I need to add you to initiative. We're playing on Albo Rodeo. This game has to be played on a grid. You can't play at Theater of the Mind. Shit, I don't remember. But this, the plugin we're using for initiative was developed by one of the Discord members on the MCDM Discord who worked on a Draw Steel integration of the initiative system into Albert Rodeo, and they made this lovely piece of software that we are currently using, so shout out to them. All right, so here you are. You are in initiative. Climbing aboard onto the ship, you see armed with hand axes with daggers between their teeth and all the other classic pirate tropes. 8 pirate minions scattered about you, and then one sort of captain-y person with a with a head wrapped in bandanas and a tricorn and a not even a cutlass, a Zweihander, a two-handed greatsword, a long, wicked-looking thing strapped across her back as she's ordering them about, telling them what to do. Except for at the moment, she's probably not telling them what to do. She's telling the civilians and the crew what to do. She says, "This is easy. You surrender, you give us your goods, we move on, everyone's safe. Or we attack, we fight, you die, or worst case scenario, the captain sends his beasties after you in revenge. So which is it gonna be?" At this point, draw steel. So
Hey,
you
that's
get to
the
roll
title
for
of the
initiative.
game.
That's the title of the game. Oh
That's
my
the
god, it's
title
the
of-
credits, guys.
I'm doing
so
the
you get to-
pointing at something meme.
Yeah. So you get to draw. You get to roll initiative.
Hey, also 2d10, correct?
No, 1d10, and if it's 6 or above, you go first. Otherwise, you do not go first.
I rolled a 3, so I don't go first.
All right, so you don't go first. All right.
But
Well,
allow me to get to react at least, so that the captain knows that we're not here. We're not about to give up.
What do you mean?
I mean, she asked us to put on our stuff. So if she goes first, and if she's waiting for us to put on our stuff, maybe she's not going to do anything. Just wait our reaction.
Okay, well, I mean, so what you can do is you can call out to her now and say that you're going to put down
Yeah,
your
that's what
stuff.
I'm saying. That's what I meant by reacting. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, you can. So if you want to negotiate with her now and just give her all of the ship's stuff, you can do that. You don't need initiative order to do that.
No,
That
I'm
can
not
just
going to
happen.
give her all of the ship stuff.
Do you want to negotiate with her?
I think Nephilim must try to tell her to get off the ship for her own good.
That doesn't sound like a negotiation. It sounds like you're telling her to go away.
Yeah, that's. I mean, we're not negotiating.
She turns to Nephilim and she says, "Sure thing, but we'll take all your stuff with us." All right. So turn 1 of combat, at the start of combat, I receive malice. So let me quickly analyze. All right. So you guys are 2 heroes. So I receive 3 malice. Malice is supernatural narrative points I can use to do cool, awesome shit with my guys. It's momentum, it's luck, it's skill, it's speed. Okay. Oh god, I have to do the first combat thing in this game. How does this game work? She's going to take her turn first, I believe. And she is going to get my movement ruler. Okay, her speed is 5. All right, that seems like a decent speed. So 1, 2, 3. Nope, I think she wants to be here. 3. Oh god, I don't even know how positioning in this game works. It's also stressful. Alright, she's gonna move up to you as she says that. As she says, "Sure, but we'll take your shit first." She pulls out her Zweihander, and she's going to attack you with her signature ability called Zweihander Swing. And I roll 2d10 plus 3.
I don't know. You tell me. Are you asking me?
16. All right. So I deal 6 damage to Nephilim. And if your might is below 2, you are slowed. But if it is 2, then you're not.
I am not slowed, in fact.
Okay. At the same time, as she goes up to attack you, these 2 guys who were kind of like bodyguards standing next to her, she sort of bumps him on the way past, and he goes, and takes his axe, and he's going to throw it at you as well. Because he's within 10 feet, and he's making a free strike against... Wait. Oh, it's a free strike. Sorry. So you take 1 damage from the axe, additionally.
Sorry, 6 plus 3. That's the total that I took this...
No, 6 plus 1.
Oh. Sorry.
And then I kind of did a little bit of an oopsie, because I should have done this before her turn, so I'm going to give it to myself. Actually, she comes over to you and she marks you. She uses her ability, you. This is her maneuver. So on every turn, for the listeners, on every turn you get a maneuver, an action, and a move. And then you can swap an action for either a move or a maneuver as well. So actions are kind of flexible, but generally you want to use them to attack. So she moves over towards you. She moved like 4 or whatever, I can't remember. She's using her maneuver to mark you, move, range 10. She's right in front of you, so that fits. The target is marked until the start of the Blackguard's next turn. The Blackguard and each of her allies gain an edge on abilities used against the targets marked by the Blackguard, which means that 16 she rolled would have been an 18, meaning you take 8 damage instead of 6. So you've taken 9 damage overall this turn.
9 damage. That is so
and
much.
if your might is less than 3, you are slowed.
No, I'm slowed. By how much?
All right. It's just slowed. While you're slowed, your movement speed is 2.
Oh my god, this is awful.
Yeah, it used to be sort of having it, but the having rules were kind of weird, so they just made it 2, which I think is great in this scenario, right? I mean, you've been telling me all week about how fast you are. So.
Yeah.
Let me just double check slowed. Yeah, speed is 2 unless it's already lower, and you cannot shift, which is kind of like disengaging if you know 5e D&D. Okay. That is her turn, because she has a triggered action, she has villain actions. And I have 3 malice. I'm just going to save my malice for now, because I'm a little overwhelmed. So, that's your turn.
Okay, so start of my turn. I get my Wrath.
So who are you choosing to go first? Because you don't have to. You can choose either one of you to go first.
Yeah, let me look at the battlefield again.
So in this game, you take alternating turns going from side to side. Theia is choosing which of his characters to control first, because characters can go in any order that they like.
Yeah, I take Niflheim first.
Mm-hmm. So at the start of Niflheim's turn, he gains heroic resource, right?
Yes, I get 2. I have 2 Wraths currently.
Okay, but you have 1 from your victory that you had before.
I have 1 from my victory. That's true. I have 3 Wrath.
Yeah, so you have 3 Wrath, which is your heroic resource as a censor. Every class has a different heroic resource. Yours is Wrath.
Yes. So I have 3, which is pretty neat. Mm-hmm. By the way, how long does this slowed ability last? Is it end of turn?
It's a save ends ability, which means at the end of your turn, you roll a save. This is one part of the game I don't think I like so much so far. Maybe we'll enjoy it while playing, but like my reading impression of it was kind of weird. You just roll a d10. If it's 6 or higher, you succeed, or otherwise you don't. So like your ability, your stats don't really apply into it. It's just kind of a random 50-50 chance.
Yeah. Okay, I will stand in front of her.
Uh-huh.
And I will use my maneuver Judgment.
Okay.
I will point at her. I am sorry that you chose to be wicked. And I will mark her with a mark of my god.
What does that do?
That is, it's kind of my signature. It's kind of the signature, the bread and butter of this class. Mm-hmm. So targetness is judged, which means if a creature uses an action and I have line of effect on them, I can use a free triggered action to deal holy damage to them.
Okay.
When I hit them for the first time in a turn, or when they hit me, I get Wrath.
Mm-hmm.
When the creature dies, I can use a free triggered action to move the judgment to another creature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so when I spend 1 Wrath, I can take one of the following free triggered action. When an adjacent judge target shifts, you can make a melee free strike against them. So if you're
shifting to try and not get the opportunity attack, you still get the opportunity attack.
Yeah. When a judge target makes a power roll, you can add a Bane to the roll. And when a judge target within distance uses an ability with a potency against another creature, you reduce the potency of the ability for that creature. And since I'm a paragon, I also pull the target up to a number of squares equal to twice my present score when I judge them for the first time. So as I'm judging them and I'm saying like, I am sorry you chose to be wicked, she is getting lifted 4 squares in the air.
Okay, sorry, I'm slightly distracted because I'm reading a different part of the rules here because my turn is coming up. What happens to her?
She gets lifted 4 squares in the air. I do not
Okay.
know. There is no further explanation of this. It's just my subclass does this. You vertically
Okay.
pull the target up to a number of squares equal to twice your present score, and then I assume she just falls down.
No. Okay, so a pull is always towards you. So if you can pull somebody, you must pull them towards yourself. Otherwise, a push is away from yourself, and a slide is in any direction.
Oh, I misinterpreted what pull up, the up part. I misunderstood it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have any effect right now.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
She's already right next to you, right where you want her.
oh no, because it says you vertically. It says vertically pull the target up to a number of
Yeah, so the
squares.
idea is that you can pull them when they're below you or above you. Right? Normally, forced movement is only in the 2D plane unless
I
the
see.
vertical keyword is specified.
I see. Okay. And then.
But I see how it's like the natural language of it is confusing.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I have a surge. I get a free surge at the start of combat as a Memonech. It's one of my
Cool.
traits.
All right, so I'll put this little purple icon will be your surge.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll go. Now you return to your ships and have a deep thought about the type of life you are living. And I use my signature ability back, Blasphemer, and it's an area of effect. It's a 2 cube within 1. So
Okay.
I place it. It's a 2 cube, so it's 2 squares.
Is this good? Covering her and 1 minion?
Yes, it's great.
Okay.
And I'm gonna deal holy damage to them and push them back.
Okay.
Both.
How does it? Do you need to roll a save? Sorry, not a save. A power roll.
Yeah, power roll plus presence.
Okay.
Eesh. Well, do I use something here? No, I think for now I'm good. Okay, it's a 12. So it's they both take 4 holy damage and get pushed by 2 cubes back.
Okay. So what happens is your blast rings out, and she's pretty big and beefy and bulky. So she doesn't move. Her stability is 2. So she takes the damage, and her minion is just blasted over the side, but also dead. So, blah! Full Wilhelm scream, and yeah, gets blasted away from her, and she's like, useless. Okay, is that your turn?
I mean, that's my action. That's my move action. That's my maneuver. So, yes.
Then it is the group of minions' turn. So, minions have a unique thing where they act together, and I'm just going to briefly read the paragraph aloud to try and wrap my head around it. Each minion has a signature action that is an attack ability targeting one creature or object. When multiple minions in the squad use their signature action on a turn, make one roll for the whole squad. Makes sense. Each target of their signature action is only affected by one instance of the ability. When two or 3 at maximum of the squad's minions target the same creature or an object with their signature action, each additional minion makes a free strike against that target instead. So, basically, when these minions attack, all 8 of them attack. I can put at most... Well, actually, this one is dead. So I'm just going to quickly delete him for convenience's sake. So it's going to be 7 attacks. And at most, I can only put 3 on each of you, where the first attack is more severe and the later attacks are less severe. Which means one of these attacks is always going to be going to a civilian, because naturally they're trying to cow and intimidate you. So the first mate Ash looks around, says, "What are you looking for? Attack him!" And I guess they all get to move too. So this guy's gonna move. So gonna move here to flank you.
I can't be flanked. Bow, bow, bow.
This one's gonna move 1, 2 to flank you here.
This one's serious, gonna move. Though I cannot be
1,
flanked.
2.
I have a prehensile
3.
tail.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of you two's got to be able to be flanked, right?
I mean, one of us, yes.
There must be one. So there. Now you're double flanked by 1, and Silverjack isn't flanked, but hey, they don't know that. So, okay. So, what are you staring at? Everybody attack. Let me roll. So they all have an edge against you, Nephilim, because you're marked by the U maneuver. Each of their allies, yeah. So they get an edge, and then you're flanked by them. So I think they can flank. I'm going to assume in this game that that monsters flank and heroes flank. It seems weird to me if one doesn't, the other one doesn't.
I don't know that part of the rules. You told me not to read them.
Did I?
Yes.
The combat rules?
Well, no, the director stuff. So I know my combat rules, but I don't know if yours are the same as mine.
So the pirate that's over here is going to attack this civilian. The remaining pirates are all going to attack. 3 are going to attack Nephilim. 3 are going to attack Silverjack. The ones on Nephilim will get a double edge on this roll, whereas the ones attacking Silverjack are just normal in this case, because you cannot be flanked. So, let's roll. Okay, I rolled a 5 and an 8, so 13 plus, what's my bonus on this? 2, 15. 15 is tier 2, so it gets upgraded against Nephilim. It's a tier 3 result. And against Silverjack, it is a tier 2 result. So Silverjack, you take 2 damage, and then 1 damage and 1 damage. So you take 4 damage total. And Nephilim, you take 3 damage, and then 1 damage and 1 damage. So 5 damage total.
Okay, so 3 total for Silverjack?
4 total for Silverjack,
4 total?
I think.
Okay. And 5 total.
For Nephilim. Yeah.
For Nephilim. Eesh.
And then if I charge, you can make a ranged tree strike before this ability. Okay, well, I don't think any of these charged, because most of them did not move in a straight line before they made their attack. So I don't think they can charge. Okay, and then this civilian is going to take the tier 2 damage result. So this civilian over here is one of the shipmates. Just got bludgeoned over the head with the butt of an axe. He's like, "Give me all your money." Okay.
I would like to use as a triggered an ability triggered by the attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, the first one that I took as Silverjack, I will use a defensive roll. So when another creature damages you, you have to damage against the triggering damage, and you can shift up to 2 squares after the triggering effect resolves. If you end this shift with concealment or covered, you can use the hide maneuver even if you are observed.
Okay.
So I will. Let's say the first attack is the one that dealt the most damage. Oh no, it's all one attack. So I guess I'll just have 4, so 2. And
no,
then
it's not. It's not one attack. It's multiple attacks. It's 3 attacks.
They count as multiple attacks. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I have the first one, and then I will shift 2 squares, so that hopefully I'll be out of the range of the others.
Okay. Feel free to move yourself where you want to be.
Do these count as 2? It's a diagonal and then a horizontal.
Yeah, there's no Pythagoras in this. Movement in all directions is the same.
Right, this is
It's all 1.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the section on villain actions, but I'm not finding it. So I want to figure out when I get to use my villain actions at the end of any other creatures. Okay. All right, cool. So you used your reaction to move, to shift that range. And now you're flanking Ash with Nephilim.
Yeah. That's exactly what's happening. By the way, did I have to save at the end of my turn earlier as Nephilim against a slow condition? I haven't.
Yeah.
You said it's a 1d6? 1d10?
Yeah, no, it's a 1d10, and if it's a 6 or higher.
It's a 1.
Okay. Then you're still slowed.
Very much so.
Okay. On
Silverjack!
At the end of the minion's turns, she's going to use her villain action back. And she grabs you, Nephilim, and she slides you over in this direction, and then over here, and then flips in her hand her Zweihander, grabs it in her heavy gloves and swings it into you, Silverjack, and slides you into Niflheim.
I does my stability
Yes. So it's
factor
a
into
slide
this?
of 5.
Oh, yeah, I have a stability of 1. So
Okay.
I think she can pull that off.
Yeah, so she shoves you 4 into Niflheim. So what happens here is you take damage from forced movement into another creature, which means each of you take damage equal to the number of squares that you don't force move, even though you ought to force move. So in this case, each of you take 4 damage, because she slides you 5, your stability is 1, so she can slide you 4, so she slides you 4 into each other.
Hasn't she already slid me like 2?
No. So she slides all of you. She gets to slide any number of you, right?
No. What I mean is, hasn't she slid? Oh, okay. So she's sliding any number of us. So she's
Yeah,
sliding Niflheim.
she gets to slide all enemies within 5 of her. So I guess she could also slide this civilian.
Damn.
But why would she? I don't know. So, but she's just sliding you two. She's knocking you two into each other.
So we each take 4.
You each take 4. Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah. All right. Niflheim is not looking good, like at all.
You gotta use some of those recoveries, man.
I know.
Okay,
but that's a maneuver.
Well, I think as Niflheim, you might also have some stuff that heals even better than that. But
yeah. No, I do. But still, it's
okay.
It's not a wait. Is it a reaction? It's always too much. This game. Wrath, Judgment, My Life for Yours. Where is it? It's not here. Perfect. I think I do, but like I think it only works on other people, not mine. Yeah, My Life for Yours.
Okay.
So yeah, it's triggered, but it's only on somebody else.
Okay, well
but I
that's
will
her.
use
That's
it.
her.
I will use my triggered action to heal Mr. Silverjack by my recovery value. So, My Life for Yours. Triggered action, magic, ranged 10, sell for 1 ally. You spend a recovery and the target regains stamina equal to your recovery value. Oh, I can actually use it on myself. If I spend 1 wrath, I can end 1 effect on the target. Yeah, I'm gonna use it on myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna use it on myself and end the slow condition by spending 1 of my 3 wrath.
Okay.
So my wrath is back to 2. I recover 8 stamina, and I'm no longer slowed.
Okay.
But I am spending 1 of my recoveries for this. So
this load goes away from the ability. It clears conditions as well.
I paid a wrath to do that. Yes, spend 1 wrath. You can end 1 effect on the target that is ended by a saving throw, or that ends at the end of their turn, or a prone target can stand up.
Then Silverjack, you're the only one left in initiative.
Yeah, and I can no longer flank her, which sucks. Oh, but as Niflheim, I have regained the wrath because I've been attacked by my judged target.
Yes. You also have what's your heroic resource as Silverjack? Because you gained that at the start of your turn.
Yeah. But sorry, I'm still checking judgment because I can do something else. I can use a free triggered action when my judged creature uses an action and I have line of effect on them. I can use a free triggered action to deal holy damage equal twice to her presence, to my presence score to them. So
whenever she does what?
She takes an action, uses an action. Was this an action?
Well, it's a villain action. So, in terms of like common language, yeah, but I don't know if mechanically it is. But we'll say that it is. No, we'll say that it is, and we'll note it down for the survey.
Okay, it's 4. Then it's 4 points of holy damage on Ash.
Wait, your presence is 4?
No, my presence is 2. I deal twice my presence score. And I'm back. My wrath goes back up by 1.
Okay.
Okay, Silverjack. Silverjack has a resource called Insight. At the start of a combat, I get Insight equal to victory, so I already have 1. At the start of each round during the combat, I gain 1d3 Insight, so I roll a 1d6 and adjust. The first time that I deal damage with at least 1 surge, I gain 1 Insight. I lose
Okay.
any remaining insight at the end of the encounter. I was really hoping to get an edge on attacking her. Okay, what will I do? I will use the maneuver Coat the Blade. And Silverjack he has two blades. He is a dual wielding rapiers. I think he doesn't really coat them because it's kind of unhandy. I think he already has basically like poison vials built into
His quiver,
his
or his
quivers.
sheath.
Yeah, so his maneuver is not to coat the blade, but like to press simultaneously, like flip two switches, kind of like, and the vials break. You hear, and then the sizzling sound of acid and poison mixing and coating the blade, and then I
Okay.
pull them out. That's my maneuver. It means I gain 2 surges, and whenever I use a surge before the end of the encounter, I can choose to have its damage be poison damage. So 2 surges on me, and
On the other you.
on the other you, yeah, on Silverjack. And I need to roll my insight, 1d6, 3, so I get 2 further insights. So I also have 3 insights. And it's time to go get some blades, some throats.
So you've used your maneuver. Now you have an action and a move, technically.
Yeah. I'll try to take out some minions.
Okay.
I will move alongside Ash, staying within her thing. And then
So you run up on these minions next to her.
I run up on these minions next to her. I will use my signature ability as a dual wielder. My double strike. And
Sounds pretty cool.
yeah, I will strike first the one at the top, like above me on the map. And hopefully he dies. Okay. Power roll plus my agility. It's a 12. So it's 8 points of damage.
Okay, she's going to use her triggered action, parry, and she's going to halve the damage.
Ugh.
So, as you come down with your sword, she just yells. She doesn't even. She's not the one parrying. It's the pirate is parrying, and she yells "parry," and he goes and puts up his hand axe. I'm sorry, I have TTRPG amnesia. How much was it?
8.
8. So 8 halved is 4. So your blade comes down, and the guy sort of holds up his axe trying to deflect it, and the haft of the axe breaks through and slows the momentum of the weapon somewhat, so it is only enough to kill this guy. But it does not. The strike was sort of carrying on a trajectory, sort of hit somebody else. It doesn't do that.
Yeah, it's a shame.
But this guy is dead.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny, you're kind of... The way minions work is they have a shared health pool. So if you deal enough damage to one, you can actually kill multiple. Even though they're like further away from you or whatever, as long as they're part of this minion squad, you can sort of kill them at the same time.
Well,
but
I don't appreciate...
You're killing them perfectly every time. Like, you're doing exactly 4 damage every single time. So it hasn't happened yet.
Well, I will maybe not do that this time, because my second attack, because this thing lets me do 2 attacks, as you might have intuited, is against Ash. I will like swing, she'll parry, and I'll go like pain in the ass, and I'll turn around and I'll slice it.
Okay, so it's the same result, right? It's the tier 2 result.
Oh, good thing. I forgot. Yeah,
I think
same.
it
They
is.
use
I
power
remember
roll.
reading this kit.
Yeah, it's also 8. That'll be a piece of shit, and I'll use my surge, one of my surges, to increase the damage by 2, and it's gonna be lightning damage. Where did it come from? Ooh.
All right, so let's mark your surge first. So your surges go back down to 1. Okay.
And I deal...
target self or one ally. So with a strike.
This is a strike. But she
And the
already
effect
used her
is the
triggered
damage
action.
halved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's...
Yeah, so the thing is, does it apply? Because is the whole thing one strike, or is each attack a separate strike? It seems like the whole ability is one strike, right?
If you use this ability in turn, you can target one creature object with it and use your maneuver, move it again before targeting a second creature object.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
it's all part of the same ability.
As it's all part of the same ability. Rules as written, it applies to both.
Okay, so then she'll take half. She'll take 5, not the full 10.
To be fair, I didn't know this would happen. If I had known, I would have applied it to somebody else. To be honest.
Do you want to? Would you prefer to apply it to somebody else?
I mean, now that I know that I will kill a minion, I'll probably just take out another minion, rather. Nephilim is the gun doing big damage. I was hoping to deal 10 points of damage to her, but if it's going to be only 5, I would rather take out another minion. Yeah, I'll take out that one. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Another minion bites the dust, and this time, with a little bit of extra damage...
No, I'll obviously not use the surge for this. Also, for the
so
same
they've
purposes.
taken. So then now they're at 20, so and then they're at 16, and then they're at 5, so they're at 11 currently.
Yeah, actually, no, never mind. I will still use the surge. It will deal extra damage, but it will give me an insight. So I'll pay. I'll pay the price.
I wrote down my hit points here a little bit wrong, or my stamina, excuse me. All right, cool. And a little spray goes over and hits another minion in the eye. Cool. That is your action. That is your maneuver and your move. Do you have anything else you want to do?
I think I'll keep moving, and I'll purposely place myself here. To kind of attract, since I cannot be flanked, I will place myself here because, I mean, just for the audience, I am running in the middle of the minion cloud. Silverjack is like a kind of like, you can imagine, he's dual wielding rapiers. He has a big tail behind that protects him from behind. He's really good surrounded by minions. That's his ideal state. That's what I built him for. So he's running in the middle to attract attention on him and go like, "Come at me! I can take you off!" and start to swing.
All right. As
me.
you move, you moved out of the range of Pirate 8. So Pirate 8's going to take a free triggered action to make a free strike at you and deals 1 damage to you.
No. Okay.
Alrighty, cool. On to the next turn.
Yeah.
Okay. At the start of her turn, she gains, or at the start of the monsters, at the start of this round, I, the director, receive 4 malice. So I go up to 7. And I'm going to activate the human malice ability, Exploit the Opening. Until the end of their next turn, each human acting this turn has an edge on their abilities, or double edge, if their ability targets an enemy affected by a condition. So I spend my malice ability, and she's just yelling orders at them like, "Eyes up, cut there, attack them, do this," right? And they're all just sort of vibing in the flow right now. The first person to act. Okay, so the minions are going to go first. Their ability I really find kind of confusing. If this ability is used while charging, the raider can make a ranged free strike before using the ability. So it's just an extra point of damage if you charge. But I suppose I can't charge towards you. Okay, so this minion can charge here. That's +1 point on you, on Nephilim. This minion can charge to here. That's 1 extra point on Silverjack. The weird thing is I don't have to charge to actually end next to you. So I just need to move like a straight line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy's going to charge over here, I guess. So that's 3 extra points of damage that I have to keep in mind. Man, the cognitive load, I don't like this ability. Alright. Let's go. Let's roll. So these all have an edge, because you guys aren't affected by any conditions. Okay, I rolled pretty well. 15 plus 2 is 17, plus an edge is 19. So tier 3 result. So, okay. So, all right, Silverjack, you take 3, and then you take an additional 2. Nephilim, you take 3, and then an additional 1. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks. Okay, so then each of you takes an additional +1. So 3 plus 2 plus 1 and 3 plus 1 plus 1. So 6 and 5. So basically, 3 of these minions charged at you guys, and as they charge, basically they can throw an axe, charge up to you, and attack you with an axe.
I took my turn with Silverjack, so I should have my triggered action back, right?
I believe your triggered actions recharge at the start of the round. It's not D&D style.
Okay. Well, we are back to the start of the round because everyone took their turn.
Yeah. So it should be.
It's back, but for a different reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will use it instead of 5. I'll take 2, and I will shift only by 1. I will shift right here.
So you just shifted 1 over so that your
Nephilim can later place himself in a flanking position.
Okay. Then, so that was the pirate's action. Then these guys can still move.
Yeah. By the way, she took an action, right? That was Ash's action, doing all of this.
No. This is the minions doing this.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and this civilian gets attacked for 3. That was part of the...
How is he looking?
I said, give me your shit!
Okay.
Not
good.
Yes, not good. All right, so now they're going to move. So this pirate's going to move here. I think this pirate is going to disengage here. All right, that was their movement. Now, in theory, they can all use maneuvers as well, which seems kind of dumb because there's 8 of them. So I can just keep doing the maneuver over and over again.
Oh my god. Maybe minions don't take? It seems like minions shouldn't be able to take maneuvers, just rationally.
Okay, yeah, they don't. They can't. Okay. It says right here. Minion turns are meant to be short. On their turn, each minion can take only a move action and an action. A move action and a maneuver, or 2 move actions. So they basically get 1 less of everything. Or they will get 1 less overall. Cool. That is their turn. At the end of their turn, she's going to use her ability again.
Is this an action?
Which is, it's a villain action. She's going to use advance. Yeah, she gets to shift 2 and make 2 attacks. So she's going to hit Nephilim first. She has an edge on this attack because of the human ability I used. That is 12 plus 3 is 15. Plus 2 is 17. So tier 3 result. Nephilim, you take 8 damage and are slowed.
8 damage and I'm slowed. Okay, I will recover those 8 by using my triggered action, my free triggered action of... wait, is it free or not? Sorry. My life for yours triggered. Okay, so use my triggered action to recover those 8 instantly.
Well, you get your recovery value. I don't know whatever your recovery value is.
It's 8, so...
Okay. And you're slowed. And then, well, now she has a double edge against attacking you. So I guess she's... because you have a condition now. And if it sees the opening, it gives me a double edge when I'm attacking somebody with a condition.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is part of her first attack, correct?
This is her villain action. She gets to make her signature attack twice during this villain action.
Okay, then I will... The wrath that I collected earlier, I will pay it back now to end the slow condition on myself.
Okay. So how much wrath is it, or that just happens, I guess?
I pay 1 wrath. Yeah, also she's attacking me and she's marked, so I regain 1 wrath from her attacking me because she's judged. And also when she's done, I will use my free triggered action to deal her my 4 points of holy damage like earlier. But one thing at a time.
Okay, so she hits you. You're slowed. Then you used your triggered thing to unslow. She still gets to have an ally attack you. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna spend 1 malice to let the ally make their signature attack. Mm-hmm. So this is gonna be Pirate 8. Swings at you at the same time with an edge. So 10, 12, 14, tier 2, 2 damage. Then she's going to shift 2 to get into this position with Silverjack. and swing her blade at him. And she has an edge on this still. 9 plus 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14. Tier 2, 6 damage. And if your might is less than 2, you're slowed.
Silverjack is slowed. And how much damage?
6.
6.
Okay, that was her advance villain action. Now, one of your guys can go.
So Silverjack has currently 4 insights. Oh, it's yeah. I'm gonna go with Silverjack.
Okay.
I'm gonna gain insight at the start of my turn, 3, so I get 2 more. So Silverjack currently has 6 insights.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, and this is interesting. Would you say that a civilian next to Ash counts as an ally?
No.
Okay.
The civilians are specified as non-combatants in the adventure, so I'm gonna say no. These people don't know how to fight. They're not an ally.
Okay.
Yeah. They're basically like a pillar, except they get damaged.
Yeah.
Actually, pillars get damaged in this game too, so they're just like a pillar. In fact, this civilian's name is Phil R.
What an interesting name. Phil R. I'm sorry, I just have so many things to consider. It's the first time I'm playing this.
Yeah, no problem. I'll spend 17 hours editing this, don't worry.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. I'll make an intro. I'll have some fun times drawing an intro. Okay. I think it's time to do something crazy. Okay. I will use 5 insights.
That's a lot of insight.
Yeah, I will use Shadow Strike. I hope Ash doesn't kill me for this. But I'll use Shadow Strike, which means I make 2 signature abilities. My signature ability is Double Strike. See where I'm going with this?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna start flurrying like crazy. I will make my first Double Strike. So I roll once for 2. I will attack the Pirate 7, and then Double Strike allows me to move and even perform maneuvers between the 2 attacks.
Yeah.
So I will be able to move after killing Pirate 7. So I'll start with Pirate 7.
Bold of you to assume.
They have 4 HPs. I don't think.
Who knows?
Okay, I mean not great, but also not terrible. So Double Strike, I add my agility, so it's an 11.
Don't forget your hero tokens. I don't know if those help with any of this stuff, but just
can you remind me what they do? I'm sorry, I'm already struggling here. Can you remind me?
They do 7 things. So a hero token
is one helpful?
Yeah, I hope. So you can spend a hero token to gain 2 surges, succeed on a save that you failed, turn a failed test into successful test, or mitigate the consequence of an unsuccessful test. Or spend 2 to regain stamina equal to your recovery value without spending a recovery. So basically heal, gain 2 surges, succeed where you would have otherwise failed, and succeed where you would have otherwise failed again.
Okay, I will use a hero token, gain 2 surges.
Okay, I'll mark you at 3.
Yeah, I will use... You can use surges to improve the results of a roll?
No, you can use them to improve the damage of the roll, or reduce or increase the potency of the roll, like the secondary effect, to make the secondary effect more likely to happen.
Yeah. I'll increase the damage. So in 11 would yield me a 6 damage. So I will increase it with a single surge to 8.
Okay.
So I will deal 8 points of damage to Pirate 7.
Okay.
And see if there is any leftover damage for anybody else.
All right. I guess she'll parry that. So she'll have that damage and the damage of the second attack in the thing.
Okay. By the way, I spent 5 insight, but now that I use the surge to deal extra damage, I regain 1. I have killed Pirate 7, I assume, but I haven't damaged anyone.
You deal 8 damage. Halved is 4 damage, so they go to 15. which
Wait,
means pirates.
I'm attacking the pirate.
Yeah, but the pirates have like the minions. They have like a shared health pool.
Okay.
So I have to track. So like the extra 1 point of damage from last time when you killed a
Mhm.
pirate with 5,
Oh.
that sticks, right?
Mhm.
That stays. And it turns out it was Pirate 7 who got that in his eye. And now you just hit Pirate 7 and killed Pirate 7, but the excess damage carries over again, you know?
Okay.
So I have to. So Pirate 7 is dead, and the minion pool is at 15 hit points, basically.
Yeah. Okay. I will move.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll make my second attack of my first attack on Pirate
Uh-huh.
5.
Okay. So that's another 8 damage, but halved.
Is it halved?
Or is it 6 damage, but halved?
Oh yeah, right, because it all applies to the same ability. It's 6 damage but halved. Because wait, but the surge applies to an ability, or does it apply to specifically one? Because
Yeah, I don't know. But we should be able to find that in the rules. That should be pretty easy. All right, surges. Surges can be used in combat to deal extra damage to your foes and increase the value of your potency. When you deal damage with an ability power roll. What the fuck does that mean in this context?
That's it.
All right, so let's just agree that it applies to both, but we'll put it in the survey, basically, because this is weird, right? Isn't this classic? TTRPGs and dual wielding breaking the rules because nobody expects you to attack twice. So we're at 15. They went to 11, so now they're at 7. So that means this pirate dies. Pirate 5 is dead.
Yeah. And that's only my first attack. Because now I'm going to use my signature
That's
ability.
only your first.
Because now it's my second double attack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to strike Pirate 4.
Okay.
I need to roll again now. Ooh, nice. Okay. It's a 16. How many surges do I have left? I have 2 surges left?
Yeah.
Okay. What the hell? There's still more minions to soak up the damage. So instead of 8, I will deal 10 points. Wait, 8 means I kill 2 with a hit, basically, correct? Yeah, then no, actually this is fine. I would like to basically, just because there's another pirate very close to the edge of the boat, I want to kill Pirate 4 with like a dip and like slashing, and then instead of using my sword, I will grab my quill and throw it like a boomerang at Pirate 8, bonk him on the head, and tip him off the side of the ship. And that's how I want Pirate 8 to go down. That's how it works.
Okay, so how much damage did you roll in your power roll?
8. Without any surges. So I think I'm good.
Then there is one Pirato left.
There is one Pirato left. We need some drama.
Do you get to make your second strike now?
Oh yeah, that's right. I get to do my second strike. This is awesome. Do I move? Hell yeah. I will move around Ash. Oh, actually, I'll be heroic. I will stand between Ash and Niflheim, because Niflheim is not looking good. Niflheim has been tanking like a pro. And
wait, how much have you moved this turn? Because you're slowed.
You are right. I haven't moved much, to be fair. Yeah, I'm moving by moving in front of Ash. I'm done.
Oh, because you were using the diagonal. So
yeah,
1,
diagonal.
2. Okay.
Diagonals.
Yeah, we need to figure out if that works. It feels kind of cheaty.
It does. I will stand in front of Ash. And oh my god, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting how all these different rules interact with one another. Because I had forgotten that this attack where I dealt extra damage to the minions is also, I would use the same power roll to attack Ash. So on my previous attack, basically I will use both of my surges to deal extra lightning damage. That way, I should deal extra 4 damage, so the final pirate is dead, and I will deal extra 4 damage on her.
Okay, cool. So you kill the last pirate. So how do you kill this pirate who's all the way over here?
I assume Silverjack has like so many knives. Oh, you know what? I'm killing him with a surge. I'm going to deal poison damage. And as I said that I threw my quill at the other quilt. Quilt?
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that, because a quill is like something to write with, but...
Oh, you didn't call it quill? Sorry, where you keep your sword?
Quiver.
Quiver.
Actually, no, not quiver. Sorry, sheath.
Sheath, yeah, because quiver is the arrow one. Okay,
yeah.
So my sheath that I threw at the other guy, before that, I reached out against
Mm-hmm.
that guy, and like all the poison that I had left in it from
Mm-hmm.
coating my blades, I just splashed it across his face, and it landed right into his eyes, and now he's on the ground screaming and slowly dying of a horrible poison to his nervous system.
Yeah. So I
And then
think as that guy's like raising his club to deal the final blow to this civilian,
yeah,
he gets splattered with your poison. He goes, ah, my eyes, my eyes.
yeah, and then I toss it to the other guy, bang him in the head, and Niflin. Oh my god, I love how this interacts with all of my abilities because like I thought I was going to kill 4 minions. Turns out I killed like 6, and I
Yeah.
still have an attack left on Ash.
Yeah.
Ash.
So it's the same power roll, right?
It's the
So
same
it's
power
just
roll,
like
so it's
10.
12.
All
Cool.
right. I think it's her turn.
Yeah. By the way, earlier, did you
Mm-hmm.
mark the 4 holy damage I told you I was dealing to her because she took her villain action?
I think so. She turns to you and she says, better back down, devil.
And I turned to her, just for my friend back there, if you back down now, I will let you leave with your life. And then I will kind of like point with my 2 blades at all her dead men around her. Haven't we had enough death for one day?
Haven't you? And
Ayo! Why are
she's going
bosses never reasonable?
she's going to attack you. The first thing that she's going to do is she's going to use the knockback maneuver on you. And she has a double edge on this because you have a condition. Oh no, you need to roll at the end of your turn for your condition. Maybe it goes away.
I mean, so far, he's been a lot luckier than Niflheim. 7! He is!
Alright, so you're no longer slowed. Okay, cool. Let me quickly find the knockback maneuver.
I'm sorry. I have to do one more thing as Silverjack. I haven't used the maneuver. I just used my ability. I'm gonna catch my breath and recover. Use a recovery. Silverjack, regain 8, which we're probably about to need a lot.
I'm sorry, I'm a bad DM, so I forgot at the start of the turn.
You mean bad director?
I do. At the start of each turn, 2 raiders show up over these gangplanks. So, haven't you had enough death? She goes, haven't you? And orders her new enemies in. Captain Squall never gives up, and as his first mate, I shall not either. Bow before our vengeance. Or bow or experience our vengeance. Really. She'll do the Zweihander strike against you. This has an edge, again, because she's still a human and is still this turn. 14 plus 3, 17, 19. You take 8 damage and are M3 slowed.
M3, so my might is smaller than 3. Okay.
Yes.
8. Not good. Good thing I used those. I used 8.
Then the new Pirate 1 will also make a free strike against you, adding 1 damage to that.
Free strike on me, Niflheim, or me, Silverjack?
Actually, it's not going to be free strike. She's going to spend 1 malice to make it the full signature enchilada.
Also on Silverjack or Niflheim?
On Silverjack.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy gets to charge forward 3, deal 1 damage because he charged, and then roll his thing. This is a 12 plus 2 is a 14. No, but it's a double edge, so 3 damage. So 4 damage. So 8 from her, 4 from this guy.
All right. Triggered action from Niflheim. How much damage was it?
It was 8, and then it was 4.
The second is 4. Okay. So the recovery value is 8. Niflheim loses another recovery. And Silverjack gets a plus 4 to his health because 8 minus 4. Silverjack gets a surge for being healed by Niflheim.
Okay, cool.
It's the lightning thing. Basically, as he heals, Silverjack's eyes kind of glow and like a little electric sparkle runs along his horns as he seems to be really reinvigorated.
Okay.
And I think he'll look back at Ash and was like, in return, haven't you?
Haven't this?
Nuh-uh.
Haven't you had enough death? Haven't you?
Well, it's cooler because he just got hit in the head, and then he stands back up, and he looks cooler than before.
All right, she says, "Haven't you?" And she uses the knockback maneuver on
Nothing has happened to her yet. She is. She doesn't.
She's
get
about to do
it.
something to you, so she knockbacks you. She's got a double edge on this. but she rolled really bad.
Ha!
So 4 plus might is 7, so that would be a tier 1 result. But it's got double edge, so it's a tier 2 result. And the tier 2 result on the knockback maneuver is push 2. So she would push you 2. What's your stability?
My stability is 0. So I bang
Okay.
into Niflheim, we both take 1.
Then she's going to move her movement. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3. That is her go. Niflheim, you're up.
Okay. So Niflheim, let's see. What maneuvers do we have? Oh, by the way, he took damage from the judged character, in a way.
In a
When you
way.
say
Yeah,
so.
I think that it's weird, actually. Because, like, what if it was an accident or, you were force moved? Like,
I mean, she purposefully kicked him into me.
I guess. Well, she dealt damage to you. Sure.
Yeah.
So you just get 1 wrath whenever she deals damage to you, basically?
Yeah, I get 1 wrath. I'm at 3, because Niflheim hasn't done much in this battle. Start of the turn, I get 2 wrath, so I go up to 5.
Oh, okay. So it's like once a round. If she damages you, you get a wrath. By the way, not that you have to do this or even should do this necessarily right now, but these gangplanks are movable. You can stop them from doing the thing.
Oh, I see.
Like, they're big pieces of wood, right? You can just push them
That's useful.
with the appropriate might test.
Yeah, that's useful. But okay. I'll use. If she wasn't this strong, I have a cool 5 heroic abilities, but it targets her might. She looks mighty. I'll use Repent for 3. And I'll make a power roll. It's a strike. And I will tell her, this is your last chance to look at your own wickedness, and recognize and heal. And I will conjure in her mind images of all the bad choices that she has done in her entire life.
Okay.
Let's roll. Hey. Okay, so I have a +2, +2, so it's an 18. That's the strongest effect.
Is the edge from flanking?
Yes.
Is this an ability that benefits from flanking?
It has the word strike
Got
to
it. Cool.
It doesn't have melee, but it has strike.
Okay. Well, now you confused me. Flanking should be easy to find in this document. Right. Flanking. While flanking, you gain an edge on melee strikes. So if it's not a melee strike, then it doesn't get the benefit.
It's not a melee strike.
Okay. But you can still surge on it.
But yeah. But what if she doesn't save it? What if she saves? What's my average thing again? It's the thing +1? No, -1. Average potency is presence -1. So my potency is 1. So I don't know. I hope she's not too smart. So I deal 10 points of holy damage on her. And if her intellect is below 1, she's dazed.
Okay, so she takes 10 damage. Wait, her intellect? You mean her intuition?
Yeah, I'm sorry, intuition. Fuck, it's intuition.
What if her intuition is what? Then she's dazed?
It's lower than 1. But
it is lower than 1. Her intuition is 0.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. She looked like a people's person.
So she's dazed? What does that mean?
Dazed condition, baby. Let's go check.
Okay, wait. No. Okay, I have a cheat sheet here. You can only do one thing on your turn. Use a maneuver, use an action, or take a move action. You also can't use triggered action, free triggered actions, or free maneuvers.
All right. Okay. So did she take the damage?
Yeah, she took the damage. She's dazed. Till when is she dazed?
Save ends.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So I use 2 of my movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can run up to here. That's 8. My movement is 9. She can't attack me. I will look at this pirate in the eyes and say, have a nice swim, and I'll try to push the plank off.
Okay. So have you used a maneuver this turn?
I have not.
Okay.
Do I get an edge if I use a maneuver, or do I have to use a maneuver?
It doesn't say that it costs a maneuver to lift these wooden gangplanks, but it seems appropriate to me. Some like if pushing somebody is a maneuver, then I feel like pushing this thing is a maneuver. So I'm going to say it's a maneuver, and it's a medium might test. I'm going to give you a bane on it because somebody's standing on it, increasing the weight of it.
Actually, can you remind me how grab works? And does grab require like a free triggered reaction or something to resist?
So grab is a maneuver,
Yeah.
and there's not any action economy for the person affected by the grab.
Oh.
It is a maneuver for them to break out of the grab, but like the act of grabbing them doesn't reduce their action economy in any way.
Okay. And how does it work again? Yeah, okay. It's a power roll using might. I found it. 11 or lower, no effect. 12, you grab the target, but if you do, they can make a melee free strike against you right before they become grabbed by you. Ow. It doesn't even say that it's a triggered attack. God damn it. But it should be. But it doesn't say. And then 17 plus the target is just grabbed by me. Effect, you gain an edge on the power roll if the creature is smaller than you. You can grab only one creature at a time this way. Okay. Yeah, no, I will not do the plank thing. Instead, I want to actually try to just grab her. And if I succeed with a maneuver, I'll push her off while she's dazed. Yay! It's an 18 with my might. It's a 20. I grab her with no consequences, and then I will use my maneuver to push her off.
But grabbing is a maneuver, so you don't have a maneuver anymore.
God damn it. That's okay. If she has to use her entire action economy to free herself, if that's what she wants to do next turn. I'll grab her. Also, I have gained another piece of wrath from this, because as she's probably contemplating her wicked actions, that's why she's dazed.
Get out of my mind, robot!
I am not a robot. I hope I will teach you that one day. Yeah, she's grabbed. I got my wrath. So now if I want to move, I have... How much do I have? I used 2 out of 9, so I have 7 left. 7 divided, it would be 3 movement. I don't think... It would be funny if I could just, like, push her down that hole. Huh. Huh. 1,
I mean, it's a flight
2.
of steps.
Oh, they're not... Okay, it would be fun if it was a hole. But I could also... Well, if I push... The steps are clearly coming from the other direction. So I push her off the edge. If off the edge, it works as a hole.
Yeah, I mean, she might fall like 1 square, or maybe 2 squares, but to take falling damage, you have to fall more than 2.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna hold her exactly here so Silverjack can have some fun. And I think the minions, we can handle the minions. Okay. Maneuver used, movement used, attack action used, wrath gained, wrath used, Nephilim is done.
Okay.
End of the turn.
Start of round. We get 2 more Pirat who appear. And I have 5 Malice. What will I do?
I mean, not to call this on myself, but like we are flanking, grabbing, and attacking their boss. So I don't know how appetizing those civilians look, but I think we look like we should probably die.
So I'm going to use the pirate Malice ability. Rock the boat for 5 Malice. I spend all my Malice. Ballista bolts hit the water, causing a wave to hit the boat. All creatures on the Revelation slide 3 squares in the direction of the director's choosing.
No! Well, that includes Ash. So
yeah, it includes Ash. So and Ash is the captain of this ship, but not the captain of the pirate fleet. But still, so I know we're not going to slide everyone into the water because she's teamwork and dreamwork. So at the start of her turn, you're going to get slid 3, and you're going to get slid 3. So she's no longer grabbed.
Nah, she has to slide too.
Yeah, that's true.
And she's grabbed. I'm holding on to her.
then we slide like this. We slide, because slide I can do in an L shape. So we slide such that you fall into this hole.
Boo!
Yep, we
Boo!
slide such that you fall.
This is so lame. This is so lame.
And then so I guess this
Boo!
guy can't slide. So this guy takes 1 damage. So because he slides into something.
Anyway, her health bar with all the damage I dealt is only. I mean, I guess she might be around half.
Yeah, she's at about a half. She's a little above half. Okay, so she's no longer grabbed. That is cool. That's groovy.
Dazed.
Yeah. She's going to attack Silverjack, I guess. No edges or banes, just her +3 modifier.
Mhm.
So an 11. So 3 damage, and if your might's less than 1, you're slowed.
Haha! Trigger roll. I only take 1 damage and I shift.
Okay.
So I guess she's like brutishly swinging her sword, and Silverjack is not easily, but like he's dodging out of the way,
He's dancing out of the way, yeah.
He's dancing out of the way, rolling under, preparing himself for Nephilim to come out of there and unleash Kingdom Come upon her.
All right, and then she's still going to command this pirate to shoot you. You take 1 extra damage from that.
Fine. I guess it's part of her stupid action.
Then...
No maneuvers, no movement, no triggered actions.
Yeah, but what about villain actions, though?
No.
Boo! Villain actions definitely still work. This would be my 3 cube, so I can include all of you.
Does it include herself, though?
Yeah, it does, but it only targets enemies of hers, so...
Boo! Oh my god.
You just don't like anything, do you? Why can't I draw this right now? Am I being stupid?
No, the game recognizes how unfair you're being.
Okay, here we go.
You should roll a 1d6, and if it's higher than a 3, then her true villain action triggers. Otherwise, she's too dazed for it. That's what everyone's saying over here.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, so she
it's
creates...
only me, so yeah, it's everyone here.
So she goes, I can throw my blade, and so should you. She uses flaming magic to swing her blade through the two of you like a helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets to make another attack against each of you. And then everybody else is going to throw their hand axes in at once, too. So, that is a 9. Plus, she has the high ground over you, Nephilim, so she has an edge. So 9 plus 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14. Tier 2 result. 6 damage, M2 slowed against Nephilim. Plus one of them gets to make a free strike. So 7 damage, M2 slowed.
M2 slowed. Okay. 7 damage, did you say?
Yeah.
Triggered action from Silverjack to himself to recover... not Silverjack. Nephilim to recover 8 points of stamina. Resource recoveries are going down.
Then she's going to make an attack against Silverjack. Oh, I rolled quite well. 19. 9 damage, M3 slowed.
9
because one guy throws in an axe at you, too.
M3 slowed at Silverjack. Silverjack is down. No more hit points for Silverjack.
Okay, so you're dying. You have the dying condition.
I have the dying condition.
Okay. Well, it's not actually a condition, but you're dying.
Yeah.
So keep track of your negative hit points. They matter. You're not dead until you reach your negative winded value.
You gave me 7, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the last
9.
attack? 9?
It was 9. Yeah. It was tier 3 result plus 1.
What's my winded value?
It's half your HP rounded down.
Okay. Dying and death. When your stamina is earlier than you can't take the catch breath maneuver in combat. Great. And you are bleeding, and this condition can't be removed in any way during longer dying. While you're dying, your allies can help you recover in combat. While you can help you spend recovery, when you can spend recoveries in combat as usual. When your stamina is lower than 0, if it reaches the negative urine value, you die. When you die, you can't be brought back to life without the use of special powerful item. Okay. Okay. That sucks. But to be fair, if Nephilim hadn't used it on Silverjack, then Nephilim would be dead. Be dying. And Nephilim can heal. So
okay. And then each of these guys gets to make one attack, except for the pirate all the way towards the steering wheel. So they each get to make an attack against one of you. So all three attack against Niflheim using a free strike. So that's 1 damage from each. So 3 damage.
Okay. Just so you
And-
know, this might end with a TPK.
Yeah, I'm getting that feeling. Because the bad guys keep getting stronger. They keep getting more malice, and as long as the gangplank is up, they still keep getting guys.
Yeah, this is
every
clearly
turn.
not an encounter designed for 2 characters.
Yes, I
Like-
believe that is accurate.
We can tell ourselves that the malice thing accounts for that, but
Well, so the 2 extra people per turn doesn't really account for that. And people have commented that the game is very difficult with a lower party number and much easier with a higher party number. And it's sort of, they play test for 5, so yeah. Okay, that was her turn. At the end of her turn, she's going to use End Effect on herself and take 5 damage to not be dazed anymore.
What is that? Is that a maneuver?
Nope, it's nothing. It requires no action economy. It's just so she's at half health basically. All right, that was her last villain action, and that was her turn. So you're up, Niflheim.
Okay.
So you do have 2 hero tokens left still currently.
Yeah.
So that's up to 4 surges.
Yeah, no, I think Silverjack is gonna use one of those hero tokens to regain stamina. Because nothing says you can't use hero tokens to regain stamina. So
yeah, you need to use 2. But you gain your recovery value without action economy and without anything else, without spending a recovery either.
How much movement do you charge me from being down here to being up here?
1 square.
1 square. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm gonna try something a bit desperate. I'm gonna try the grab thing again.
So the thing with the grabbed thing, right, is to grab, it's 1 maneuver, and then you need another maneuver to turn the person. Like right now, the way she's standing, you can't grab her and push her off the side, as Niflheim at least, because you would have to go 2 with her.
Interesting.
And you would need 2 maneuvers, 1 to grab and 1 to push, to knock her off the side. So I guess if you used your action to do a maneuver, but then you don't get an action on your turn, so it's risky, because if you... Well, I guess it's not risky, because you just try the grab, see what happens. If the grab works, then you do the second maneuver, and otherwise you don't.
Okay, grab has the keyword melee, but not strike, so I don't get advantage from flanking and trying to grab.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get an edge. You can also just try to kill her dead. She's at about half, so,
Yeah, I could. How much wrath does he have? We're back at 4.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is also kind of like a Justice League thing, right? Like, she's Superman. The rest of these guys are dorks without her. So
yeah. It's like Silverjack can dispatch of minions quite easily. And I think if I manage to toss her over, I don't know if she's gonna die, but she's gonna be far away from the battlefield and far away from her minions until she manages to climb her way back up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna grab her.
Okay. Make your test.
Make my test. Holy shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh. No. I can't even spend anything to make this better.
So you can use it to succeed on the saving throw you failed, or turn a failed test into a success. But it's not a test, it's an ability.
Yeah. Yeah, my grab maneuver fails.
Okay.
I have a 10. I guess I'll move up, flank her, and do my attack. What do we have here? Another repent? I can afford a repent. It even gets me a wrath back. But it's not as powerful as unmooring would be. But not that much. I'll use repent. I'll pay 3 wrath. I go down to 1, but I get another one back because I'm attacking the judged character.
Okay.
And by the way, when she took her action earlier against us, her regular action, she gets her 4 points of holy damage from me as a free triggered action.
Okay. Should that have been happening multiple times? Have we missed a trigger on that?
Yeah, her villain action also. Since you've been ruling that villain actions count, that too. So 8.
Okay, and I don't remember taking any damage last turn.
Then that one too.
-4, -4, -4.
Hey, it's past her half. Okay. And now I'm gonna make an attack with an edge on her.
Okay.
I'm gonna use repent again. Hopefully
Okay.
I'll daze her again.
Might want to use your surges too.
Yeah. I mean, I have only one, but yeah. 11 plus my presence is an average. So is the middle. So she takes 10. I'm gonna use a surge. She takes 12 points of damage, and she is dazed against if her intellect is below 1, which it is.
Okay.
So that was my maneuver. My movement, I'm absolutely going to stay here and flank. Actually,
Okay. Ash has gone. You've gone. It is El Minions.
oh wait, I
Okay.
forgot. I also got 2 extra wraths from the beginning of my turn, just because at the start of every one of my turn I got 2 wraths. But I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done anything different. It's fine.
Yeah, but mark it because you can use it next turn.
I know, I have.
Okay. So, get the one that's still up. We're gonna do 1 attack on Silverjack and then 3 attacks on you. Both attacks have an edge because these people are attacking from the high ground, and the one who's down low will just do the free strike. Oh, with an edge, I am attacking. I crit. I don't think it's that crazy though. In this game, normally when you crit, you get to take an extra turn, but I think that's just a hero thing. I don't think I get to do that. Comments, correct me if I'm wrong, as if we had comments. All right, you take 3 damage, Nephilim and Silverjack. Well, actually, Nephilim, you take 5 damage. Silverjack, you take 3.
Silverjack takes 3. Okay, approaching the winded value. Okay, Nephilim, reaction, life back.
Yeah, triggered action. You mean?
Recover,
Yes.
triggered action. Got some stamina back slowly.
Do you want to use those 2 hero tokens on Silverjack?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay, so that would be 2 recoveries then.
Worth
And you
2
have
recoveries.
0.
Like here, he gets 2 recoveries worth of.
Well, he gets 1 from the triggered action. He gets 1 from the hero tokens, so 2
Oh
in
no,
total.
Nephilim is using his one on himself.
Okay, all right. So then,
And the worst part is, Silverjack
mm-hmm.
has not stopped dying. From
Is
this.
Nephilim gonna die if you don't use it on Nephilim? Because then I think you should use it on Silverjack. You should use both on Silverjack to get him back up. Because then he can catch his breath at least as a maneuver, and you can start paying that tax every turn.
I mean, that leaves Nephilim at 2.
Yeah, I mean, but Silverjack can heal, right? It's just an action. I don't know. You play the guys how you want to play them. I would. This would be a risk I would embrace.
How can Silverjack heal?
The heal action.
Oh, it's not listed in your turn in the actions you can take. I forgot.
Yeah, heal. An adjacent creature can spend a recovery to regain stamina, or can make a saving throw against a save ends effect. So you walk up to an adjacent creature and you can heal them. It's your action, but you can get them a recovery.
Okay, I guess I'll bring him back.
Okay, so Silverjack no longer dying?
No, now he's at 7 hit points. Nephilim is at 2.
Well, stamina. But
Stamina.
Yeah. Okay. Cool beans. Well, guess who's up next?
Silverjack.
It's gotta be. Only person left.
Silverjack, who, by the way, is not being flanked right now. Let's remember. Let's all remember. Start of the turn, top of the turn, roll 1d6 to see how much he takes. He recovers 2 insights. Coolio. And he's flanking. Which is pretty neat, because that means if he targets creatures with heroic abilities with an edge, he pays less insight for them.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Oh, but because he got healed, he also got another surge. Because every time he gets healed, he gets a surge.
Might want to use both of those.
Yeah, very much so. Too bad I built him more to do a lot of attacks and not a single really cool one. But We'll see. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use Shadow Strike, which is I make 2 signature strikes. So I'm going to make my 2 double strikes.
Yep.
This time I'm going to go crazy on Ash.
Yeah.
Okay, I roll with an edge
Mm-hmm.
on Ash as I stand back up, lightning up from my surge. You are paying attention to the wrong. And yeah, okay. 2 plus 2 plus 2, 16.
Yeah, it's a
So
tier 2 result.
yeah, double strike is 6 points. No, 6 plus 2 because of my kit. I get a plus 2, so 8 points. It's an 8 points of damage one.
Are you gonna
Uh,
use your surge?
I don't know. Is she gonna use her fucking parry?
I mean,
Yeah,
the
I'm
thing is,
gonna
if you
use.
don't use your surge now, you can't get it on any more minions.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my surge now. I'm gonna use only one, bitch.
Okay,
So I deal 12 points. No,
10.
6, 8, 10. 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. All
Two
right,
of
she's
which are lightning.
gonna. She is dazed. She can't parry.
Hey! Second attack of this,
Wait, wait,
same
wait, wait,
roll.
wait, wait. Hold on. Let's mark damage. So 10 damage.
Boom.
She's looking pretty rough at this point, and you get to deal 7 damage to the guy behind you, right?
Why?
Because it's your double strike thing. You get to hit one and then hit a different one.
Yeah, it says a second creature object. I guess I can't use
Yeah,
both of them on her. Yeah, then I
yeah.
do the same level of damage to him. No, so it's 10 to him as well.
So 10 to this guy.
Yeah.
So that's going to take us from 15 to 5, which means only 2 are up anymore. So
Oh,
2
you know the
die.
flavor of this? Yeah,
Yep.
I imagine slashing through like I basically was double swirl with
Mm.
one hand cut at her, and with the other I'm cutting him, and I'm charging up with electricity. And as I cut through the minion, my blade ends pointing at the guy, and
Mm.
the leftover electric charge discharges into a lightning and just hits him.
Nice. All right. You've cleared 2 minions, and Ash is looking pretty injured.
Yeah, guess what?
Guess what?
Guess what?
You got
Second
one
attack.
more.
Yeah, 18. This is more
Tier
damage.
3 result.
Yeah, tier 3 result with another surge. So this should be 12 now. Yeah, 8 plus 2 plus 2, 10. 12.
Okay.
So
12.
12 on Ash.
That's just enough.
Hey!
She wasn't dazed. If she wasn't dazed, she would, she'd still be up because she could use her triggered ability. All right. Yeah, I think she was fighting with Nephilim and like doing her best to hold him off. And I mean, you were downed, right? So I feel
Yeah.
like you just stand up from behind her when she's not paying attention, and boom, you slash once, you kill those 2 minions, you injure her. She turns around to look at you, shock on her face. What do?
You should have paid attention to me, but you should have listened to him pointing at Nephilim. And then, for good measure, I'm gonna stab her right through the guts. I'm gonna first stab her right through the guts. She's gonna fall on me, and then I'm gonna whisper this in her ear, and then let her fall off to the side. What I technically have another attack and movement. What's the read I'm getting from the minions? Are they about to jump ship, or do I have to go to run up there with my very high speed because Silverjack is also very fast?
Well, so first things first, you stab her. She sort of grunts, and
Mm-hmm.
you just see like confusion, pain, frustration on her face, and
Mm-hmm.
then you slump her off onto the ground. You turn to the guys; they look shocked, and
Joke
not
because
happy.
I'm literally shocking them. Lightning punch.
They look shocked and unhappy. That's what I'll tell you about their intentions.
Yeah, I think at this point Nephilim would be like, it appears there is no need for any further. And Silverjack is like, oh no! And you're going to run up 1 diagonal, 2 diagonal, 3, 4. You charge me 1 extra for the stairs?
No.
Okay, 4, 5, 6. I have 7, so this is totally fine. I'm
Okay.
going to arrive here and I'm going to, I'm
Deal
going to.
12, right?
What?
And deal 12, right?
And deal 12. Yeah, I'm going to charge up like lightning like building up in my in both my weapons as I'm running up really fast, and I like they didn't call me lightning bolt lightning check for nothing, and I'm gonna run up and stab them, and like there's gonna be another like lightning bolt type effect where like, I step through the guy and the lightning just proceeds and goes right through the next one.
Nice. All right, you kill these 2 minions. With that, there are more minions on the gangplank, but with everybody dead in this sudden reversal, they don't want none of this. And they go, boss is down, boss is down. And one of them turns to you, Silverjack, and goes, we'll be back, and runs off.
Yeah, Silverjack is gonna like stare daggers at them, and they're like, you heard the robot man.
Yeah,
And
the pirate who told you that they'll be back, she flinches when you say that.
You heard the robot man, and if I were like, I'm not a robot.
They run away. They leave their gangplanks. The gangplanks fall off and float into the water.
Yeah.
What a fight, man. That was awesome.
I thought I was going to die.
It was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, to be honest, because
I have thoughts too, but
like looking at my calculator, it was like right in the range of standard, like right in the middle range of standard. So, and the malice, I thought was a lot. Like there was a lot of malice going around.
Yeah.
But it was fun. You managed to save all of the civilians. That means you get a hero token.
All the pillars. I get I get another victory token, or I get a hero token?
You get a hero token, I believe.
Yay.
No. You get each hero gains 1 victory for subduing the pirates, plus 1 additional victory if at least 3 of the civilians on deck at the start of the fight survive.
Hey, I should also get a hero token, to be honest, but
sure, you can have 1 hero token.
Yay, this is useless at this point. Yay.
Well, you can use it to succeed a failed test. It's not useless at all.
It's true. I'm gonna use it to flirt with someone.
Alrighty, that'll just about do it for the second portion of our Draw Steel combat playtest. In the meantime, Theia's back.
Rabbit.
Theia may have found out about the slanderous things I said in the intro. Do we want to do plugs for this episode?
No fucking way.
Okay. Well then, we're just going to say you can find us on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify, as well as youtube.com/@afriendlyorbit. And if you want to send us an Astral Echo, send us an email at afriendlyorbit@gmail.com. All one word. Please give us the sign off. Please.
Not such a toad now, am I?
I've never called you a toad. I called you 3 frogs in a trench coat. It's different.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what I'm gonna plug? I'm gonna plug frogs. Frogs are cool.
Yeah, you're gonna plug eating flies.
All right, Ceres. I'll talk to you later. And to all our fellow voyagers, we will catch you out there.
God damn it.